Good evening, everyone. Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, so hello, everyone. Welcome to the third session of Prog Basic in Training Grounds. I hope you all attempted the practice questions that were given to you yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, if you have any doubts, please let me know. And today we are going to learn about if statements, lists, tuples, and dictionaries. So let's start the class now. The first topic that we're going to cover today is if statements. If statements allow a computer to make a decision. So by an if statement, we can execute certain code when certain conditions are true and other code when other conditions are true. So suppose variable num1 is equal to 4 and num2 is equal to 7. So what we can do is we can write if num1 is greater than num2, then we can print num1 is bigger. Otherwise, if num1 is smaller than num2, then we can print num2 is bigger. So if we run this code, the output is num2 is bigger, obviously, since 5 is greater than 4. So what Python does here, it replaces 4 instead of num1 everywhere. So 4 and instead of num2, it will write 5 and 5 and here again 4 and 5. Then it will run the comparisons. Is 4 greater than 5? No. So this statement evaluates to false and this piece of code inside the if statement will not run. But is 5 greater than 4? Yes. So this piece of code will evaluate to true and this code will run. Is that clear? Is that clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next operators that we have in Python are greater than equal to and smaller than equal to. So if num1 is greater than or equal to num2, then we will print num1 is bigger or equal to num2. And if num2 is smaller than or equal to, if num1 is smaller than or equal to num2, we will print num1 is smaller than or equal to num2. So if we run this code now, what will the output be? What will the output be if I run this code right now?
Second one.
Yes, num1 is smaller than or equal to num2, correct. So because here, yes, if we run the code, num1 is smaller than or equal to num2. This is because num1 is 4, num2 is 5, num1 is 4, num2 is 5. And num2 is greater than or equal to num1. So we will print num1 is smaller than or equal to num2. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, so next, what if num1 is equal to 8 and num2 is also equal to 8? What do you think the output will be?
Diamond cubes like this.
What will the output be if num1 is equal to 8 and num2 is also equal to 8?
It will be equal.
Yes, they are equal. So the Python will print both these lines of code. Why? Let's just test it out. Yes, we can see that it prints both of these lines of code. This is because here also we are checking if num1 is equal to num2, and here again we are checking if num1 is equal to num2. So since both of these conditions are true, it will print both of them. Num1 is bigger than or equal to num2, and num1 is smaller than or equal to num2. Is that clear?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Next we have the equal to operator. Equal to and or not equal to. Equal to is denoted by if we are trying to compare two values, it is denoted by double equal to sign, and not equal to is this exclamation mark followed by an equal to sign. So let's test it out. If num1 is equal to suppose 5 and num2 is equal to 8. So if num1 is equal to num2, then we will print they are equal. Otherwise, if num1 is not equal to num2, we will print they are not equal. So what will the output be here?
They are not
They are
equal.
not equal.
Not equal.
Yes, correct. Because num1 and num2 are not equal. 5 is not equal to 8. And then we can try suppose 40 and 40.
They are
Then
equal.
yes, they are equal since both the numbers are equal. So if you remember, we learned about the assignment operator earlier as well, which was the single equal to sign. So it is very easy to mix up when to use double equal to sign and when to use when to use single equal to sign. So you need to use double equal to sign if you are comparing two values, if they are equal or not, and you have to use a single equal to sign if you are assigning a value to a variable. Is that clear?
Can you just repeat?
Yes, so as you can see, we have used the single equal to sign here, and here we have used the double equal to sign. So the single equal to sign is used for assigning a value. So we are assigning a value 40 to the variable num1, but the double equal to sign is used for comparison. So if we want to compare two values, we will use the double equal to sign. And if we want to assign a value to a variable, we will use a single equal to sign.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Great. Now, also we have to note that indentation matters. So suppose num1 is equal to 8 and num2 is equal to 10. So if num1 is smaller than num2, so we will print suppose num2 is greater. But if I write some other print statements here, this will also get printed, and this will print too. So and here I can write another print statement, suppose done. So if I run this code, then we can see that these three print statements get are outputted, and done is also printed. So indentation matters in Python. If we want to print certain statements when a condition is true, then we will indent them. So these three statements are inside the if statement right now. They will only be printed if this condition is true. But this done statements, since this is outside the condition, the if condition, this will always get printed. So suppose num1 is equal to 12 now, and I run the program. These three statements will not be printed because num1 is greater than num2, not smaller, but done will be printed because it is outside the print statement. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Great. So we can also check multiple conditions by comparing two values together in Python using and or. And or are keywords in Python. So suppose if num1 is equal to 12 and num2 is equal to 10, then we can print 10 and 12. We are getting 10 and 12. We will get this output only if both of these conditions are true. We will get this output only if both the conditions are true. Suppose I assign the value of the variable num1 to 67, and now I run this program. Then there will be no output because one statement returns false and the other statement returns true. So the AND statement works only if both the conditions are true. Is that okay?
Yes.
Great. Then we have the OR keyword. So let's say if num1 is equal to 67 or num2 is equal to 10, right? So if we print this out, 67 or 10. Sorry. And now we are assigning the value of num1 to be, let's say, 55. Now, if I run this program, what do you think? Will this be printed or not?
It will.
Yes, I can try running the program now. Yes, this gets printed because out of these two conditions, one of the condition is true. In OR statements, if one condition is false but the other one is true, then also it will run. But if I change this to AND, then there will be no output because one statement is true, this one is true, but the other one is false. So in AND statements, all conditions need to be true for us to output the print statement. But in OR statements, it works even if only one statement is true, if one condition is true. Is that fine?
Yes.
Okay, so one common mistake is, suppose if I want to check num1 is equal to 67 or num1 is equal to 55, then I will print 67 or 55. And this codes work. And this code works. But if I write here, if num1 is equal to 67 or 55, then this code will run, but it will not produce the correct output. This is because the computer does not know that what it has to do with the 55. We have to tell it that we have to compare num1 to 55. So if I run this program, then it will run. I hope this is clear.
Yes.
Great. So next we have the not keyword in Python. So let's say if num1 is greater than num2, print num1 is bigger, right? So now if I run this program, this will be true. This condition will be true because num1 55 is greater than 10. So it will print num1 is bigger. But let's say num1 is equal to 7. Will this code run now? No, it will not run because num1 is smaller than num2. So what we can do in this situation is we can use the not keyword. So what the not keyword does is if this condition is true, then and we use the not keyword with it, then it will not print this print statement. But if this condition is false and we use the not keyword here, then it will print this print statement. So basically, if the condition is true and we use not, it converts it to false and the if statement does not run. But if the condition is false and we use the not keyword, then it gets converted to true and the print statement is printed. Is that a little clear?
Yes.
The not thing, I didn't understand.
I'll explain it with another example. Suppose let's num3 is equal to 5. So what we can do is if num3 is equal to 5, then we can print this works, right? So is this condition true or not right now?
It is true.
It is true. So this works will be printed right now. But if I use the not keyword here, then this condition is still true, right?
Yes.
This condition is still true, but because we wrote not here, Python will convert the true to false, and this works will not be printed. See, there is no output. Similarly, if we try this, suppose num3 is equal to 6, and if num3 is not equal to 5, we will print this works. So what do you think? Will this works print right now or not?
It will print.
Yes, it will print because num3 is not equal to 5, it is 6. But if we use the not keyword, will it print now?
No.
No, it won't print now, because even though this condition is true, we use the not keyword, which converted it to false. So there is no output. Is this clear? Any doubts?
Yeah.
So if you don't have any doubts, I have a practice problem for you. Write a Python program that will input a number from the user and print if it is positive, negative, or 0. So you have to do this, and I'll just paste this in the Discord channel as well. Please write done in the chat when you are done with writing the code, and share the code snippet in my DMs.
I have a doubt.
Yes, please ask.
What will be the keyword for positive and negative?
What do you mean by keyword?
No, like we'll write if num1, then what?
Yes, that is the logic that you have to think. How will you how do you calculate if a number is positive or negative? Just think about it. Think about it for 2 minutes.
Okay. Oh, got it. Okay.
Hmm. Has anyone completed the problem?
I have.
Okay. Should I start explaining the solution now?
Yeah.
Okay, so first we will take input from the user. So number is equal to int input, enter your number. So now what do we do when we have to check if a number is positive or negative? If the number is greater than 0, then it is positive. Otherwise, if it is smaller than 0, then it is negative. And if it is 0, then we can print it as 0. So if number is greater than 0, print number is positive. Otherwise, if number is smaller than 0, print number is negative. Otherwise, if number is equal to 0, print number is 0. So we can try this. 5, number is positive. 0, number is 0. -3, number is negative. So any doubts in the solution?
No.
Okay, so till now we have covered in if statements. In if statements, we have done greater than, less than, equal to, greater than, less than, and less than, equal to. And we have done the and keyword, or keyword, and the not keyword. Does anyone have any doubts in any of these?
No.
Okay,
No.
so then we can move on to the next concept, that is else if. So temperature, we're going to ask the user for the temperature right now. So temperature is equal to int input. What is the temperature? Now, if temperature is greater than 40, we can print it is hot outside. Otherwise, so if I try this code, 45, then it will print hot outside. Now, what if I, the programmer, want to print it is cold outside if the temperature is less than 40? Then we can use the else statements. So else print it is not hot outside. Suppose 26, it is not hot outside. So in the case of an if else statement, one block of code will always be executed. So this block of code will be executed if this condition is true. Otherwise, if this condition is false, then this else this print statement inside the else will be executed. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, so it is possible to chain several if statements together using the else if statements. So Python abbreviates this as elif. So elif, which is basically else if temperature is smaller than let's say 20, then we can print it is cold outside. Otherwise, if the temperature is between 20 and 40, it will print it is not hot outside. So let's say 47, it will print it is hot outside, this if statement. If temperature is smaller than 20, 15 will print it is cold outside. Elif temperature is smaller than 20. Else, if it is not greater than 40 or it is not smaller than 20, so it is between 20 and 40 degrees, then it will print it is not hot outside. So let's say 36, it is not hot outside. Is this clear?
Yes.
I want to ask something.
Yes, please ask.
Uh, can can we use the elif command after else, or we have to use it before it?
No, you have to use the else if statement before else. It will check all of these statements first. If any of these are true, then it will execute that block of code. Otherwise, if all of them are false, none of them are true, then it will execute the else statement. So you always have to use elif before else.
Okay, got it.
Great. So I hope this is clear to everyone. We have a practice problem for you. Write a Python program that inputs the marks of a student in 5 different subjects. It will then calculate his total percentage. Then the program grades him on the basis of his percentage, and the grades are given below. If it is from 90 to 100, then the user will get A, 80 to 90 B, 70 to 80 C, 60 to 70 D, 33 to 60 E, and below 33, the user will get F. So I will just write the problem here. Have you all understood the problem?
Yes.
So this is the problem. I will be pasting this in the Discord channel as well. Please let me know when you have completed or if you have any doubts. Has anyone completed the problem?
I have completed the first part.
Okay. I'll wait.
Just writing the if statement for grade.
Great. Okay, so I'll start with the solution now. So English marks 1 is equal to int input enter marks, and I can just copy paste this 5 times. Marks 2, marks 3, marks 1, marks 8. Then I can add all of them together. Sum is equal to marks 1 plus marks 2 plus marks 3 plus marks 4 plus marks 5. And then to calculate the percentage, we will multiply the sum by 100, and then we will divide it by 500 to get the total possible marks. So this is the percentage. We can just print it once. We will get the marks 89, 54, 65, 97, 92. And the total percentage is 79.4%. Now, if per percentage is greater than equal to 90 and percentage is smaller than or equal to 100, we will print A. Else, if percentage is greater than or equal to 80 and percentage is smaller than 90, then we will print B. Otherwise, if LF percentage is greater than or equal to 70 and percentage is smaller than 90 and percentage is smaller than 80, then we will print C. Same ways, percentage is greater than equal to 60 and percentage is smaller than 70, we will print B. Then if percentage is greater than or equal to 33 and percentage is smaller than 60, then we will print E. Otherwise, else, if it is smaller than 33, then we will print F. Now we can try this out. So enter marks 100, 92, 56, 85, 41, C. We can also print the total percentage here. Again, if we try this out, 98, 35, 64, 78, and 21, we get 59.2%, which is greater than 33 and less than 60. So we get E. Is this code clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Others?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yes.
Okay, so the if statement can also be used to compare against strings. So suppose username is equal to input. What is your username? Right? So let's say if username is equal to piano pianist, then we will print you have a nice username. Otherwise, we will print your username is okay. So if we try this out, piano pianist, right? So you have a nice username. But if I write anything else, it prints your username is okay. Is this okay? Is this fine?
It's okay.
Okay, so now what if I write, let's say I write piano pianist here. Sorry, let me run the program. I write piano pianist here in lowercase. So what do you think the output will be?
It will say that it's okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It will say that it is okay.
It's case sensitive.
Because it is case sensitive. Here we have a capital P and here we have a small p. So it is case sensitive and it will print your username is okay. So does anyone have any ideas how can we fix this code so that it accepts piano pianist?
You have to
Yes.
We
put
can
dot
add
lower.
or in the if statement.
We can put or, but then it will not, we cannot write every single case. We can have this, we can have this, or this, or we can have this. We can have many possibilities. So the correct way would be to use a dot
You can
lower
use
function.
you can use dot lower or dot upper.
Yes, dot lower or dot upper. This was taught to you in the previous class. So if username dot lower is equal to piano pianist, then it will print you have a nice username. Otherwise, your username is okay. So what this will do is, if I input suppose piano pianist in total uppercase, then it will first convert this piano pianist to lowercase. And then all the characters will be in lowercase. Then we can check it against piano pianist in lowercase, and it will print you have a nice username. And if the user inputs anything other than piano pianist, then only it will output your username is okay. So if I press enter, it outputs you have a nice username. If I type piano pianist, you have a nice username. But if I type, suppose I type Risha, it types your username is okay. So is this clear? The use of the dot lower function here, is that fine?
Yes.
Ye-
Okay, so this is all we have in the if statements in Python. We have completed the topic of if statements. Now we're going to move on to lists. So another data type in Python is a list. Like we told you about strings, integers, and booleans. Today we are going to learn about lists. So when you are dealing with large amounts of data in Python, you want to make sure that you can manage it and organize it properly. And the list is essentially just a structure that we can use in Python to store lists of information. So we can take many different data values, we can put them inside a list, and it allows us to organize them and keep track of them a lot easier. So we can create lists just like normal variables. So I can say, suppose numbers is equal to, a list is denoted by square brackets. So here I have created a list. I have created the list whose name is numbers. So I can I can add many elements here like 5, 35, 78, 59, 35 again, and 62. So this is a list of numbers, and we have many elements here which are separated by commas. So are you all clear? How do we make a list?
Yes.
Okay, so we can print the list now. Numbers. You can see we get this 5, 35, 78, 59, 35, 62. The same thing that we entered here. And if I print the type of numbers, I will get class list. So this is a list. So is everything clear till now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. So there are several functions that we can use on lists as well. The first one is the length function. So I can write length is equal to len numbers. This gives us the length of the string. So if I print length, what will it be? What will the output be? Can anyone guess what will the output be if I print the length of this list called numbers?
5.
6.
It will be 6 because we have 6 elements here. 5, 35, 78, 59, 35, and 62, which is 6 elements. So if I print this out, I get 6. So this is how we find the length of a list. The second function that we have is indexing. So do you all remember the indexing that we taught you in strings?
Yes.
Yes, so we have the same indexing feature in a list as well. So if we want to print an individual element in a list, we can use its index. So if I want to print length, I want to print 5. Then what will be the index of 5?
0.
Correct, it
0.
will be 0. And if I print length 0, um, sorry, if I print numbers 0, numbers is the name of the list, and I will get 5. Similarly, if I want to print 59, then I will, the index will be 0, 1, 2, 3.
3.
I can print numbers 3 and I will get 59. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so
So
similarly
it
using,
to
huh?
use square brackets.
Yes, like we did in strings, we use the name of the list followed by square brackets. And then inside the square brackets, we write the index of the element that we want to get. This is the syntax of indexes. So I hope this is clear. Next we have is assigning. We can change the value of a specific element using indexes. So again, if I say numbers, if I want to change the value of, let's say 78, I want to change this to 22. So what I can do is I can write numbers followed by its index value, which is 0, 1, 2. Numbers 2 is equal to, I can write, let's say 43. This will change the value of this 78 to 43. And now if I print numbers, I will get 5, 35, 43 instead of 78. And the rest of the list is the same. Is this clear?
Yeah.
So we can assign different values using indexes as well. The next function we have is the count. So let's say if we want to count the number of 35s we have in this list, we can do number of 35 is equal to numbers, the list name, dot count 35. This is the function name. And here we input the element that we want to count. And now if I print number of 35, I will get 2. Clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the next function that we have is append. What append does is it adds an element to the end of a list. So for example, if I want to add, suppose 79 here, I want to add 79 to the end of the list after 62. What I will do is I will write numbers dot append followed by brackets, and here I will write 79. And now if I print numbers, let's clear the output here. Now, if I print numbers, you can see I get 5, 35, 78, 59, 35, 62, which was the original list. And then it has added 79 to the end of the list. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then similarly, we have the remove function. So what if I wanted to remove I wanted to remove 5 from this list? Then what I can do is I can write numbers dot remove and then the element that I want to remove, which is 5. And then I can print numbers. Then I will get the original list, but without 5. Clear?
Yeah,
Yes.
got it. Okay.
So what if I want to remove 35? Let's say I write numbers dot remove 35 here. What do you think will happen? Will it remove both the 35s, or what will it do? What will the output be?
It will remove both.
Both 35s.
It will
No.
remove first one.
Yes, it will just remove the first instance of 35 in the list. So we have two 35s here, but if we run this, we can see the second 35 is still present in the list. So it just removes the first instance of the element in the list. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay, then we have two more functions. We have numbers.pop. So let's say I want to get this last number from the list. I want to get 62 and I also want to remove it. What I can do is I can use last, the variable name is equal to numbers.pop. So what pop does is it will also remove the last element of the list. It will remove 62 from the list and it will also assign last to the last number that was 62. So if I print numbers, I will get the list without 62. And then if I print last, I will get the last number that was 62. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, the last major function that we have in Python on lists is the dot index function. So let's say I want to find the index of this number 59. So what I can do is index of 59 is equal to numbers dot index function followed by 59 here. So I want to get the index of 59. So I will write 59 and then I can print index of 59. Then what will the output be?
3.
Correct. It will output the index of 59. That would be 3. So these are all the major functions in Python that we have for lists. I hope all of these are clear to you. If you have any doubts, please ask. Okay, no doubts. So I have a practice problem for you. Given a list, write a Python program to swap the first and last element of the list. So the list is again numbers, which is equal to 34, 26, 78, 65, and 90. You have to write a Python program which swaps the first and last element of the list. So you have to assign 90 to the first element and you have to assign 34 to the last element. Please use indexes for this. Do not say key first is equal to 34 and last is equal to 90. No, you have to find the first and last elements using the indexes of them, and then you have to swap them. Please complete this problem. Please let me know when you're done, or if you have any doubts, please tell me.
पाँच पाँच तीन आठ आठ नौ 17 वाह 1 2 3 4 5 100 200 300 400 500 58.8 print PER if
Have you all attempted the problem, Kanishk, Rishit? Those who have completed, can they share the codes in my DMs, please? Are you all still trying, or should I go over the solution? Should I start explaining the solution? Or do you all still need time?
You can start.
Okay, I'll do it now. So the first element, we can get it using the index. So first is equal to numbers 0. This gives us 34. And last will be numbers -1, which gives us 90. So what we can do now, number 0, we learned assigning number 0 is equal to last, and numbers -1, if you remember, -1 gives us the last element of the list. So numbers -1 is equal to first. Now, if we print the numbers, we print the list now, we will get 90, 26, 78, 65, and 34. We can see we have swapped the first and the last number. Any doubts in the solution?
No.
Is this clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so great. This is all we have for today. If you have any doubts, please let me know, and we'll be sharing a few practice problems with you. And thank you for attending, everyone. You can leave if you don't have any doubts.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Prince.